Greetings traders, and I'd like to welcome you to the Polaris Trading Group's PTG University Indicator Review. Today's indicator we're going to take a look at is the Advanced Decline Sync, also known as the Adsync. The Adsync is a proprietary design which displays market internals such as the AD line, the up and down volume ratio, and etc., and forms the basis for our compression trade. You'll be able to see market internals expand and contract throughout the session, and you'll be able to make better informed decisions with this indicator. So let's just get right on to the chart and we'll take a look. We're going to have some fun with this one. Okay, so right to the charts here, and what you'll see is a 1-minute chart of the S&P E-mini on the top slice, and what you see here is the Advanced Decline Sync, and there's two pairs. The upper two we refer to as the buy sync, and the lower two here we refer to as the sell sync. Now this is an indicator I'm sure you've never seen before in its design. It's designed to capture the market's expansion and contraction features. Okay, so if you think about it, you take a deep breath, inhale, then exhale. Okay, so the market, whether it's trending upwards, downwards, or in a sideways consolidation, the market is always inhaling and exhaling, i.e. expanding and contracting. But they expand and contract at a different rate. Just think of an analogy such as, running. Okay, so when you run, you need to, gain more oxygen into your system, all right, to fuel your muscles. Well, same thing here. When the market is forging, higher or lower, okay, it's doing so in an energetic fashion. So it needs to have lots of energy, and you'll see an expansion in the market internals, all right, bullish and bearish, all right, along the way. When the market is at rest, right, very similar to after you've run, you've taken a breath, catch a breath. All right, the market still is breathing, it's expanding, contraction, but at a slower rate of change. All right, so this is going to be a fun one to look at, and again, this forms the basis of our compression trade. All right, so let's just start off here. This looks like March 12th, 2014, and the colors represent the gradual intensity of whether the internals are getting more bullish or they're getting more bearish. Okay, so simply green, yellow, red. When the internals are more neutral, all right, you'll see more of a yellow color. When they're expanding, green, and then again when they're turning a little bit more bearish, it will be red. Okay, these are multiple time frame. So we take a look at the 1 minute, 3 minute, and 15-minute basis internals, and we run an algorithm to average them out, and we come up with what you see here. Okay, so taking a look here, the market had opened to push down a little bit, so you can see that the internals, again, right on the opening, the market isn't as the internals aren't totally in line, but you can see here on the top two, the market had reached a low. It was compressed, hence the name for our compression trade. And so when the buy compression is ready to expand, you'll see at the lower two is at their widest apex. Okay, so on the buy compression signal, they'll be tight to each other, compressed, ready to expand to the upside, and that gives our traders an opportunity to set themselves anticipating the market internals to begin improving and looking for long trade signals using some of our other parts of our methodology. And the Advanced Decline Sync here really is used as a market internals barometer, right, strength and weakness. So the compression trade, as the syncs tighten up, we're looking for that expansion. So it's compression and then expansion. Okay, so we're looking to go in the expansionary phase. So here's an example where the market internals were compressed and then they expanded, and as you can see, as they expanded, price went along with that, okay, forming a nice trade opportunity somewhere in the neighborhood of from 55s to about 60s. So it's kind of difficult on this 1 minute chart to show the scaling, but that's about a 5 handle move here. All right, so that's a nice move for any trader intraday. All right, let's take another look at another one. Okay, I just advanced the chart a little bit. In this segment here, you can clearly see that the market price action is in a sidewards consolidation type pattern here. And with that, again, as I mentioned, in relation to the runner taking a breath, all right, stopping, catching their breath. Well, this was what the market does as well. So here you can see that the expansion and contraction features of the indicator, okay, are not as pronounced. Although the market goes from a bullish condition to a bearish condition to a bullish condition to a bearish condition. All right, again, that's that normal breathing process, the expansion and contraction. But since the market was in a fairly defined sideways range here, the market internals here, the sync indicator, displayed and confirmed what was happening in the market. Let's take a look at one more example. Okay, on this last example, what I'm showing here, I scaled out a little bit to show us a broader picture of this, but up here on near the opening, a little bit beyond the opening here, you can see how the sell compression part of the indicator down below the lower two panels, they were compressed, all right, and at the same time the buy compression was at its widest apex. Okay, so in essence what this means is that all the buyers are pretty much exhausted, okay, when the buy compression is at its widest point, and that means that the sellers now are in a position to take control. Okay, we don't know what the magnitude of how long it will last. All we do know that the market is tired. The buyers have pretty much have expended their buying interest, and the market is at least ripe for at least a minor correction, if not something a little bit deeper. So you can see here on the bottom too, it was compressed, and as the market internals shifted back to a more bearish stance, price started to slowly sell down. Again, this is not just like selling off the cliff. This can be very gradual. Here's a gradual price move down in the S&P, and the market internals continued to, although they were going from red to green, they were expanding to the downside. Okay, so the market internals were continuing to get more negative, okay, as the prices continued to auction at lower points. Okay, and then you can see here that the market internals accelerated, okay, accelerated their point, right, as prices continued to even go down that much further into the afternoon part of the session. All right, so this is our expansion and contraction indicator, i.e. our advanced decline sync. All right, it's a real unique indicator, and it really displays in a nice visual form the market's internals by the expansion and contraction nature of the indicator. Okay, so that will be it for this indicator. We'll see everybody at the next indicator update. Good trading, everybody.